Welcome back, everyone.
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
We are we're creeping near the end here.
Yeah, we're on the last few, like 3 episodes left here.
This one, there's 3 left now.
Yeah, sad.
I just mentioned to Kevin. It feels like it's taking forever for us to finish, but I'm okay with that because we're anticipating the end.
Right.
I've loved this show since the first season.
Yeah.
Every season for me has not missed. So
Yeah, for all the shows we've watched some really, really good
Fantastic
shows,
TV, yeah.
and still are. But I think this is probably my favorite show that we've watched.
me too. Every Wednesday, I look forward to it.
Largely, me too. Largely because I think the writing is better than any show I've ever watched. For me personally,
Truly,
the writing is very underappreciated, and then you factor in the fact that the look of everything is great, so that it's filmed really well. The cast is superb.
Yeah.
Although it's a perfectly cast show.
It really is, and you have to think that HBO, because this was pitched to HBO at first, is really kicking themselves for not picking up Mad Men.
I mean, they fired the person who passed on it.
That's probably I hate to mess with anybody's livelihood, but it's probably for the best because this show is, if not the best TV show of all time, top 3.
Yeah, I heard it on NPR. They were talking. I can't remember the poor lady's name. She passed on this. It went to AMC, obviously.
Sure.
Crushed it at AMC. She got fired, but there was the happy note. She also owned, at the time she got fired, she owned at least part of the rights to Game of Thrones. So she got back in.
Who's a millionaire?
Yeah, she landed on her feet pretty well with another pretty big show at HBO.
Because conceptually, it doesn't sound that interesting, but really, reality, it is fantastic.
I would feel like, because I'm thinking back to the pilot, I feel like you read that script and you're like, yes,
I don't read the script, but if you're like, it's guys in the '60s who work in ads, you're like, it's not interesting compared to like Sopranos or Game of Thrones. There's actual dragons. No, it's about the subtext and what's in the story itself.
I don't know. I feel like if you get an actual pitch meeting, she needs to be more. Again, we don't know the circumstances, but I doubt that it was like here's my 30-second pitch. Nah. I don't think you can fire somebody over that meeting.
Especially since Matthew Weiner was working on The Sopranos as
right.
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm curious to go back and see what episodes he wrote of The Sopranos.
Sure. Yeah, because I have no idea. But I feel like that she was given a fair, whoever on the pitch was given a really fair shake. And I mean, you don't fire somebody because they didn't take a meeting.
Sure.
You fire them if the meeting and it was obvious that the show should have been bought and they didn't, which is probably what happened.
I like to picture Matthew Weiner in the room like Don Draper pitching it.
Yeah.
Ads. But yeah, this episode going forward, we got a lot on the table. Obviously, McCann dissolving the company.
Right.
Everyone has certain properties to work for, except for Joan, it looks like.
Right. They indicated it. I don't know if that was really a signing or just letting everyone know, don't worry, we're in big things. So I don't know how literally to take his and whatever the others were.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Who knows? And I also want to say we didn't mention last time, I feel like Lou Avery got the perfect send-off.
Yeah,
because he's moving to Tokyo to work at, he sold his cartoon.
Yeah.
But the smug annoyance of how he handled that, and there is nothing likable about this guy. It was the perfect, if you had 90 seconds to write Lou Avery off the show, I don't think there was a better way to do it.
I bet they had so much fun with it too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know who the actor is that plays him, but he crushes it.
Apparently he's a comedian.
Oh, no, I totally buy that.
Yeah.
Because he's so fringy and laughably detestable.
Yeah.
I really buy the fact he's probably a really good comedian.
He probably had
too.
a blast.
Oh, for sure. He's I really am going to play a guy you do not like.
Yeah.
All right, we should jump into it here. I do want to go and thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balas Foldes, Chris, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Surya Gundavarapu, and Weird Magic. Thank you so much, guys. We're really happy here with us.
We really are. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link to the description below to our Patreon page. On every show, including Mad Men, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon and we're on YouTube. Yeah. So if you're watching the YouTube edits here, we are done with the show. You can finish out the whole show on our Patreon page. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You're only going to see us for copyright purposes. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive. And we have a tiers as low as $1 on our Patreon page. If you'd like to just support us, we would love that.
Should we tell them what we're doing next after Mad Men?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We haven't mentioned for a while. We are absolutely. It's another thing about Mad Men ending. Very excited that we're going to be starting The Wire. As soon as we're done with Mad Men. So Mad Men will end in 3 weeks, and we'll be started doing the first episode of The Wire in 4. And I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
It's Beverly, isn't it?
He's on 19.
See, it's like Don going to work in a new place and he does not look comfortable.
We blew it up with 3 episodes left. Here we go.
Can you call housekeeping and ask them not to make up my bed while I'm still in it?
It certainly looks bigger.
The floors of your apartment will be done Monday. If you pick paint, you could move in next week.
Yeah, there you go. Don's settling in.
I can just have this waiting on my desk.
Very similar.
Does it smell any better in here?
If you'd like Airwick.
It's a nice office, actually.
I made dinner reservations in Farmington tomorrow. You're taking Sally back to school.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a different life. He's not the big man anymore.
No, he's not.
He's just
no more napping in your office.
yeah. You're just a medium fish now.
Yeah. It's still pretty.
He's still big. He's probably overall going to make more money
For sure.
but he is not the.
We know that he doesn't care about money.
Yeah, he's just not the guy in charge anymore.
I once rode on a bus to camp sitting next to a guy like you. We're not going to be bunkmates, Grant. I'll make them build another floor if I have to. They can't fire you.
Actually, I took another job. Traveler's insurance. My cousin works there.
Look, I hate Caroline, too.
I kept thinking about walking into a new office.
I'm doing it, too. And now there's going to be one less person I know.
Mr. Sterling, it's not you.
It's me.
I have to say thank you. You're very amusing.
I agree with that. Oh, now no more Dawn.
I like that he's going to miss her.
We're copywriters.
I recognize the names. I was just going over Tampax.
We also did the pill for ortho, and
If it's in it, near it, or makes you think about it, we're on it.
Oh my God.
So you just came in here to get on my business.
and to say hello.
If you want us, just ask Frank in the studio. He'll ask Bobby in traffic, and he'll tell Carl, the associate creative director.
You can put a request in however you want. We'll let the Soviets deal with it.
Well, I'm not going to McCann, and so far I'm not going anywhere. And I'm being paid through the end of the week, so I thought I'd make some long-distance phone calls.
My God.
Could you get Mr. Kreutzer at Sugarberry Ham for me?
Why would I do that?
Because Marcia's sorting things out over there, and I'm not calling myself.
And you're still getting paid.
Yeah, throughout the week.
How was the Bahamas?
Oh, it's everything we say it is in print.
I don't hate this guy.
No.
Have you introduced yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Don Draper from McCann Erickson.
Wow. I love the push it.
Yeah, yeah.
And once we get you on TV...
Well, we already are on TV.
We know that. What Dennis is saying is...
You know, I'm in Atlanta all the time.
Yeah. Shut up, Dennis.
Who's next?
I don't know what to say, except Barry is in a wheelchair.
Oh my God.
Can't believe you.
It's an honest mistake. You heard him say he was walking around the office.
It's an expression.
Yeah.
All I ask is that you please read the brief before our next call.
You know what? Do it yourself.
Somebody needs to light this guy up.
Punch that guy, yeah. Good for her for keeping her composure, though.
Yeah.
All the SCMP girls got flowers. Still classy. Well, all the new secretaries.
Oh.
I'm a copy supervisor. I am not setting foot in there until I have an office.
That
Fair.
actually, yeah.
Do you think that she's out of a job?
I think either she or Joan or both could bounce off from this place if they're going to be completely mistreated.
Wonder what she's going to do, though.
Right.
Lunch in the executive boardroom with Miller Beer. They asked if roast beef was okay.
Perfect.
It just doesn't seem like a good fit for any of them. And I really wonder what Roger's doing.
It's too perfect.
I guess Roger's not there yet.
What's wrong with Dennis?
I like Dennis personally. I'm not sure the client responded to him.
Wow, okay, I was going to say, explain it.
Yeah. I thought, she handled that really well.
Okay.
And
let's see if there's any, let's see where that goes, but,
But she's not wrong. The client did not like him.
No, you mentioned the man's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He asked him to play golf.
Right.
You could easily end up working for Dow again or Ken Cosgrove. You could even end up working for me.
Oh, wow. It's like the Titanic.
Yeah.
Is this the Miller beer meeting?
It certainly is. Bill Phillips, Conley Research. Don Draper and Ted Shaw.
I bet Ted's going to be okay here. Yes. He's just biding his time till he can retire.
Yeah. I wonder if it's Don kind of... He's not out of his element, but this is a much bigger place for him.
I think he's out of his element.
See if he can fake it till he makes it.
Yeah.
Not just any beer. Oh, it has to be his brand.
I don't think Don's built to... Look at that. He's getting the runaway
Yeah, he is.
reflex against
See,
the plane. Yep.
Go anywhere.
It's the word calorie. It makes you think of a reducing plan. A note on the fridge to remind her about her diet.
I think Ted knows. Ted's like, Don's out.
Ted's like, all right, good for you.
Beverly always takes the whole hour, I insist.
This isn't going to go well, is it?
I don't think so.
He didn't read the brief. And I'm not Dennis's junior.
Joe.
Yeah.
See it from his side. He has a wife and 3 children. He's not going to work for a girl.
Well, then get rid of him.
I agree that the best way to keep the business is to keep your status on your accounts.
Oh.
And you'll certainly get the respect you desire. Now it's just you and me.
Right. Okay. Well, what's the other shoe here, though?
Yeah.
This feels like there's another shoe.
And let's face it, it'd be good to get out of town, even if it's to Atlanta.
I appreciate that, but I don't want to put you out.
I know a good job when I see one.
Oh, my God.
He'll be in New York soon, and Avon Corporate is blocks away.
Hey, I'm easy. I'm not expecting anything more than a good time.
I hate this guy so much.
For my first act of benevolence, you can call Charles Butler on your own. We'll take him to lunch next week.
Thank you.
Is she going to quit and walk out, too?
No one comes between me and your business.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that must be triggering for her.
Yeah.
You can't lose those accounts. What would you do around here?
That was threat.
Yes, it was.
Too.
That felt sinister, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was out of the office. I wanted to get the car washed.
She comes and goes as she pleases. We can't get mad at her for being independent.
This is definitely a new Betty, isn't it?
I love her.
I do, too.
Jean's at Cub Scouts and Bobby's got baseball. They won't be back until 6:30.
I'll let you get back to your studies.
Yeah, leave her to it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do this.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah,
I'm glad they can actually talk to each other like this now. It only took 10 years.
Yeah.
Is he just going to get on the highway and just keep going? It wouldn't surprise me.
No.
The way he's looking at that plane, the way he walked out of the meeting.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
So he's heading south.
Well, if you don't like that job, you don't have to do it.
They still owe me over $500,000. I'm not walking away from that.
So yeah, she'd be in breach of contract.
Night out there tonight. In downtown Cleveland, we have a high of...
She's in Ohio. Wow.
Folks at Higbee's department store where they're ready to provide.
He should pull over and get some sleep.
He should.
You've been driving for 7 hours in the wrong direction. Where are you going?
Racine, Wisconsin. Ever been there?
Oh, he's going after the waitress.
Yeah.
Remember On the Road?
I've never read that book, you know that.
I'm riding the rails.
Yeah, he's more of an Ayn Rand guy.
That really is. What do they do if Don just doesn't show up to work? They fire him?
Yeah, he's in breach too.
Can you work at a drafting table until they bring your things over tomorrow? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go, Peggy.
There you go. Things are looking up.
Things are slowly unraveling, though.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah.
It's like a horror movie.
It's probably Roger. We haven't seen him.
It probably is Roger, yeah.
He's the one having a hard time saying goodbye.
It's so creepy.
Roger.
Oh, Christ.
Tell him he missed Nabisco. A National Cash Register just left, so he might as well take the rest of the day off.
Oh, poor Jim has no idea.
Yeah.
Is he on a bender, sweetheart?
I haven't heard from him, but he went to take his daughter to school. I'm not concerned.
Okay. Good save there.
Yeah.
But she is concerned.
She's very concerned, yeah.
Yeah, he might just get fired, honestly.
Yeah, or not even really get fired, just doesn't go back. Doesn't care, doesn't go back.
Sure.
McCann made you wait, you can make them wait.
I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, I like the honesty there.
You think you're gonna have fun like this over there?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
That place is more toxic than Sterling Cooper.
Yeah.
You get bought, you get sold, you get fired. If the account moves, you move.
He also did it for Don.
Yeah, he did do it for Don.
Looks good now, but it was miserable when you were in it. Trust me.
Is that really how you're gonna remember this place?
Yeah, I'm drinking half a bottle of vermouth.
Yeah.
You really should speak to my husband. She's his ex-wife.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what this was.
My neighbors have seen you on the porch long enough. Come on inside.
Nice reveal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird, isn't it?
Yes. So is that Diana's daughter that she abandoned?
Gotta be. Don, you,
This is
taking a swing here, bud.
big one. Almost stalker behavior.
Yep. I don't think we crossed that line. I think this is there. Yeah. Yes, he is.
Diana is your mother?
If she wants something, I should get it.
You like beer?
Ferg's very important around here. Frankly, you're lucky he's taken an interest in your business.
Tell him the truth.
Butler footwear, Topaz pantyhose. I guess you don't need those accounts.
Tell him the truth.
Do you have any idea how much space McCann buys in the New York Times every year?
Yes, I'm sure I'll find it difficult to find a reporter who wants to embarrass you this deeply.
So John's not going to be here long.
No.
I'm willing to give you 50 cents on the dollar to never see your face again.
I guess I wasn't clear. I'm not negotiating.
Then you should get out of my office immediately.
Well, this isn't going to go great. I really feel bad for her.
So Jim sucks.
I don't know why she didn't just say, like, the guy's crossing some lines.
I'm thinking it probably wouldn't have mattered. You know,
Probably
like,
not. Yeah.
Clearly, you're not responsible for Mrs. Bauer anymore, but I need to know her whereabouts.
Last I heard, she was in New York.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Do you have an address?
No. That's all I got.
I apologize for the intrusion.
This is a bad idea, man.
yeah, dude. What would you...
Just let these people be.
Don's delusion, man.
This is him running away and trying to grab another girl.
You can't save her. Only Jesus can. Yeah, he'll help you too.
Look,
Thanks.
Don't come back.
I think that's reasonable, though.
I mean, yeah, totally. The guy's in the right. The
I
guy's
don't
in
want
the
to
right.
talk to you. Just get out. Yeah.
That poor guy. You know,
Yeah.
he's been through the ringer.
That guy. Yeah, that guy's been through it.
Oh, they ended up staying there all day.
We're all just settling in.
Calm down. Where the hell is Don? He walked out of a meeting Wednesday and hasn't come back.
He does that.
Yeah.
You may have sold me a rotten apple, but it's not too late to let the axe fly. Starting with that redhead.
That's Roger's girl.
Yeah.
Nice. That's an awesome shot of
That is
Peggy.
an awesome shot, yeah.
Peggy rocks. I like how they slow down the film speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Peggy's not new to a toxic environment either.
Ah, she's got it.
It's all my fault, and I'm trying to take care of it. You started something that could leave you with nothing. It's plenty. I made sure he's good for it.
I really feel bad for her. She doesn't
I
deserve
too.
any of this.
No. Okay. Now you can go to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Tell me it's a deal.
Honestly, I couldn't stand to show up there in
No.
her shoes at all.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Getting half of what you're promised, though.
Yeah. She's
That would drive me
getting
crazy.
she's getting hosed. Yeah, big time. Maybe Roger won't stick around because he doesn't look very happy
Great
either.
image.
It is.
Where headed?
St. Paul?
I can go that way.
He's just driving.
Man. Yeah. It's like a Forrest Gump had a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like. I mean, I guess Ohio is farmland. Maybe he is Ohio still.
I don't want to take you out of your way, man.
It's not a problem.
Or Wisconsin. He was in Wisconsin. That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was in Ohio when he was falling asleep. I don't know if Don's going back.
I don't either. It's a great needle drop too, though. I love.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of wondering what's life at McCann going to be like, and clearly awful.
Yeah. It started off nice. Too nice. We kind of.
It was set up really well. Like you're coming in, and really maybe from Jim's perspective, when you think about him, it's like, you come in, you work, you'll get paid more. I don't think there was anything malicious there. Just so many people that work there suck, and the politics there suck. It's toxic, just like Sterling Cooper, but it's a different kind of toxic.
It's kind of a reminder that all men and agencies like that at the time were awful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, it probably still remains that way in some places now. Most places, if we're being honest. But yeah, there is a misogyny there,
for sure.
And also like at that level, people are probably pretty crappy.
And like the first guy, the one that didn't know the Avon owner was in a wheelchair.
Yes. Yeah,
was in a wheelchair. Misogyny was part of it. It got there, but I think his bigger issue was just sheer incompetence.
Yeah, for sure. Ignorance and incompetence.
Right. I don't have to actually work. I've got my status, and my status doesn't involve me working hard or doing the heavy lifting.
For sure.
And of course, it ended up it's sexism completely.
Yeah.
I thought you're going to be fun. I'm not going to let a woman talk to me like that.
Uh-huh.
And then of course, they just straight up sexual harassment after the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because Ferg, that's the thing was we only got glimpses of these characters in past episodes, and well, they seem a little corny, but they seem nice enough.
Well, I think that the first guy just kind of sucked before too, right?
When did we see him again?
No, he was asking. he was asking Joan about like what kind of bra she wore.
Oh, okay, that guy.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
that's what we saw.
he's
Okay,
always
sure.
sucked
For
yeah,
sure. I can
yeah.
remember if that was him.
Right. Yeah, we only saw him for a second.
Yeah,
right.
You're right. I'm talking about like the two heavy hitters though, like Ferg and Jim. Like
Right.
we saw them like, okay, they're older, they're corny, whatever.
Right.
In this episode, we pulled back the layers for sure.
A little bit, yeah.
We saw enough. Exactly.
We saw enough. I don't know. I mean, Roger just looks miserable even being in the building. So I don't know how long Roger stays around, but I think he still does. I don't think Roger quits because, for Roger, he said it himself, it's all about the money, which is the only reason he's there. It looks like I have hope that Peggy, the way she made an entrance there,
seems like she's going to kill it.
That Peggy's there to kill it, right?
Yeah.
As far as being a copy supervisor, she's going to be in charge.
For sure. And we've seen that. She can adapt anywhere. She worked with Ted over at... What was their company called?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But like she worked there for a while, obviously.
Right, she worked for Ted, right.
And I think that Peggy can adapt.
Yeah.
She's different from Dawn in that way. Dawn can adapt, obviously, but I think Peggy, as far as like a professional career goes, that's kind of her. It's kind of her bag. You know what I mean?
Really, the only one that seemed like they're really enjoying themselves is Pete. But Pete, again, Pete fits right in with the good old boys club.
He does.
He's an account man who's going to oversee a lot of accounts. He's not really in a position that the others are in, right?
I wonder how much of Pete we're going to get.
It may not be a lot. I think Pete's, like I said, Pete fits right at. He's right at home. He's gonna like you manage his accounts. His job is still going to be whining and dining, basically, and getting creative set up with the accounts. So
that could be his happy ending,
right? I mean, Pete's happy ending could be I've always wanted to be in a big place.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, he's never really wanted to be a place. He said in the last episode, "I've never worked anywhere else." This is weird, but I think he seems to be the one that's kind of finding himself at home. I'm getting paid more. And now I'm still a medium-sized fish, but in a much bigger pond. He has a lot more people under him
for sure.
Whatever.
I love the structure of this episode too. How it starts off gleeful almost.
Right.
It's this happy ending, and then as the episode continues, each scene it gets darker and darker, and it really starts to just kind of fall apart. And literally, we haven't seen Dawn run away since was that season 2 or 3.
I mean, he's run off to California more than once.
He has, but like there was that one significant. I think it was season 3 where he runs off, but he was still with Betty. He was still with Betty at that time. Remember when he was staying at the? He stayed at the hippies in California.
Yeah, yes, he did that.
That was the prominent.
He went and stayed with Annie for a while.
Yeah,
or Anna. I think it's always kind of there.
It's always there, but like. This seems pretty significant. Like he's actually running away from his job.
He definitely hasn't done it for a while.
Yeah.
And now it looks like he might not be coming back. No. We've kind of said, and wondered, like, as we get to the end of the show, does the show end with Don realizing he has everything he wants, but he doesn't want it?
Yeah.
At some point he realizes he doesn't want it. This might be it.
Yeah.
Then again, obviously, he doesn't even know where he's going. This is all metaphor for the fact
it's all metaphor.
He's completely lost. Like he hasn't found his resolution. He's not finding his resolution. No, I'm going to go do X. He doesn't know what X is. He just knows he needs to get away. So I don't think this is our whatever Don's resolution is. We're not close to it yet. He has to find what X is that he wants to go to.
I was thinking about this too. Obviously, the whole show is built around the fact that Dick Whitman is, living a lie as Don Draper. I think it'd be kind of cool if the show ends with him like starting a new alias. I don't know if they'll go that on the nose with it, but him running away from this and like the show could very well end with him just somewhere else,
right,
with a new life. He's also older and he's got like people would obviously be like, where did Don go?
Right. But
it doesn't go that way. But like,
I don't think new alias. I think new life is possible.
Sure.
New alias isn't because Don Draper is a millionaire.
I guess, yeah, for sure. He needs that money.
Yeah.
if you're gonna set up whatever you're gonna do.
When he went from Dick Whitman to Don Draper, he didn't have anything. There was no reason not to.
For sure.
He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay Don Draper forever.
Thinking about it too. Yeah. Also starting a new alias at 45.
Right,
it's
like I'm gonna be a completely new guy now and. We'll just abandon the family and the bank accounts.
But I do think new life. I do too. I think it's possible. Too, it's like, how do you break this circle? How do you break the cycle of awfulness? And you just go do it somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah, there's no telling what the guy's going to do at this point.
Yeah.
He may have some type of realization where he's like, I'll go back and work for these guys. Maybe, I'll go back. Because, I mean, he is abandoning his kids, too. That's,
sure. He didn't say goodbye to the boys.
No. He didn't stick around. He didn't get his chance to say goodbye to either one, and so that's really unresolved.
It is on brand. I mean, like he did have that realization. couple seasons ago where he did love his children.
Right.
But yeah, he is completely alone in this world. At least he feels that way. So
yeah, I don't know. I think he's doing his normal runaway because I'm unhappy thing, and he gets it back. I mean, Roger said it himself. He just does this every once in a while.
Yeah. Roger's not phased. He's like,
hey, he does this. Now, I don't know that means he goes back to working at McCann and being an ad man at McCann, but I think going back is a thing he's got to do because of his kids. I feel like
that's the thing for Don too, is like it always just kind of works out. You know what I mean? Like he'll do this, but like worried about him, like he's gonna lose his job, and then he always just finds a way.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. I'd be really surprised if the show ends with him abandoning his kids forever.
There's no way.
Right. I don't think that's a resolution for the show. So there's going to be some middle ground, right? But again, would I be surprised if he's done with advertising?
Yeah, you say that, like with him abandoning his kids. I don't think the show will do that. But I can see a world where that does happen. I mean, like he is. I don't know. That'd be a very, very dark ending for the show.
Yeah, I think that would be an ending people wouldn't like.
Yeah, it would be very divisive. Right? Some people would love it, some people would hate it.
Well,
but also like it'd be a choice. But I don't think that's where they're going with this.
No, because I could see him maybe kind of not caring that he drifts out of his two boys' lives,
sure,
but not Sally. He's not going to disappear from.
They have an understanding,
right? Yeah, we've done too much in terms of building their relationship.
Yeah.
For him to be like, well, I hate McCann, so I'm just never going to talk to my daughter again. I'm moving out west. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, we don't know. But I think that would be a bridge too far for an ending. Anyway, we'll talk to you in the next one, guys.